This is a Civitas Legislative Report. Republican leaders in the House and Senate say the General Assembly fell short of their expectations again this session. Senate Minority Leader Phil Berger and House GOP Leader Skip Stam said there wasn't enough done to create more jobs and let people pick their own health plans. Stam said a few other issues didn't get attention.
Executive oversight for the state employees' health plan. If you'll recall, the state auditor said that needed to be done. It doesn't need to have oversight by a part-time legislative committee headed by former Senator Tony Rand, who's now retired, and Representative Hugh Holloman. It needs to be in the executive branch. A House bill proposed that it be the Department of Insurance, but whether it's Department of Insurance or some other executive branch agency is as a detail. It does not need to be overseen by a legislative committee.
At midweek, Stam was still hopeful the cap on charter schools could be raised, but not so hopeful in other areas.
For the fifth year in a row, or perhaps sixth, the Senate and House leadership has refused to bring up the marriage amendment. In the House, they used their rules to not bring up a tax fairness and education bill that would have provided $50 million of savings to state and local government. And despite the fact of a vast majority of our citizens do not think illegal immigrants should attend NC community colleges, they refuse to bring up the bill disapproving that rule by the community college. We have a few days left in the session. Some of this could get done if they wanted to get it done, but we're skeptical. Senator Berger?
Just briefly, I think when you look back on this session, it's one of a huge missed opportunity, and we'll be paying for it next year. And that huge missed opportunity has to do with the impending cliff we're going to go over from a fiscal standpoint, and that's the $3 billion plus shortfall that we're going to be facing next year. The General Assembly this year has really done nothing to prepare the state for that. And it's going to take a great deal of work next year to make sure that we're able to adopt a budget to continue to move the state forward and to make sure that we don't face either huge reductions in state services or the potential for additional taxes in order to make sure that we balance the budget. I just can't overemphasize that in terms of its impact on the job situation and its impact on the overall economic health of the state of North Carolina.
There is still the glimmer of hope for Republicans when they come back in January. They'll have more sway, if not control, in the General Assembly. That's the Civitas Legislative Report. I'm Matt Willoughby.